guys, and welcome back to my channel. So today we're gonna do a review on Baddies Africa episode 14. You guys, okay, it was just a lot of mess, okay? And so we kick off the episode with the baddies. They are basically finished with the ninja obstacle course, and Summer decides that she wants to kind of press Russian Cream because she's not getting in the field. Okay, she's not fighting, you know, like how Dolly and Lex are fighting, you know what I'm saying? Even though Dolly is like, you know, injured reserve, quote unquote. I don't really think nothing's wrong with her hand, but okay. It seems like every time Dolly gets into a fight, she always is crying about her hand. You should just not be on Baddies. But anyway, so Summer presses her about, you know, her jumping in a fight or whatever, and Russian is just like, I mean, I can use the cast as a weapon at this point. So fast forward, the girls get on a bus or whatever. They're celebrating Fauna because Fauna did get her chain before Dolly. Okay, clock that T. She got her chain before Dolly. And I think Natalie was being a little messy, okay? Because Dolly has been on Baddies longer than Fauna. And Fauna has a chain, and Tavi has a chain. And they just got there. So I think Natalie was being a little messy. So Fauna was saying how the girls, the big three, were looking at her sideways when she got her chain from Natalie. And she was basically saying how, you know, she's a girl's girl, and she pretty much congratulated Tavi when she got her chain. So she don't see how, you know what I'm saying, the other three girls were upset that Dolly didn't get a chain. And Tavi was like, well, maybe Dolly might get her chain next. And Rolly was just like, she might get her chain if Natalie decides to give it to her, because Natalie doesn't like how Dolly and Summer and Lex have been moving, you know, snatching people's chains, taking people's watches, and she's basically saying that those things are not cheap. So then they switch over to the other bus, and basically Lex is saying how Choco needs somebody strong on her team, and she was saying how LCK is not a fighter and she don't fight, so she don't really need to be trying to stand up for Choco. We get to this bittersweet moment, and Pretty P is getting ready to leave, and so she's basically saying her goodbyes to all the girls or whatever, and Rolly's just like, you're gonna have to come back or whatever. And then it turned into an argument because Ivory said something to Dolly. I think she said something along the lines of, don't sneak me tonight, or don't try to fight me tonight or whatever, because Dolly's hand is messed up. It's not really like an Ivory, because how you gonna be my friend and then you coaching the next person on how to fight me? Like, no. But then I also understand Ivory, like, Dolly, you literally kept fighting this girl over and over, and you took her chain. So I kind of understand both sides of the spectrum.
Talk about that chain! That's real bitch to real bitch. She fought for her chain, blood, sweat, and tears. She need her shit, and I gave it to her. And that was the end of it.
So the girls get on the bus, and they get ready to go out to the club. Dolly is upset on the other bus because she's just like, you know, Ivory keep on picking and picking and picking, and she want to fight her so bad, but she can't because her hand is messed up again for the billionth time. Rolly actually had a good point. She was like, nobody was literally snatching anybody's chains or any of that last season. So why do y'all feel like that's okay? Like, why do y'all feel like it's okay to snatch somebody's stuff, or, you know what I'm saying, like, take somebody's stuff, steal their stuff? Like, why do you feel like that's okay? I don't feel like that's baddie behavior at all. So the girls get to the club, and they having a good time, they vibing, they just doing their big one, they doing their thing. And, you know, Natalie's on the mic talking, you know, popping her ears like she always do. And there's always tension between Dolly and Ivory. Now Pretty P is leaving, which I thought she was gonna leave in the last scene, but apparently not. I guess she just went to the club with them. So now they're back, and she's getting ready to leave, and, you know, DTP is just like, you know, we started out on the wrong foot or whatever, and now we're friends, and, you know, they're just basically saying their goodbyes. They got to the house in Kenya, and honestly, it wasn't a house. It was really a resort. Like, they had a whole entire resort that they just have to themselves. And it was good up until the monkeys started jumping. The monkeys started jumping out and stuff. Look at that face. Look at that face. Look at that face. So they basically get all the girls together. around the pit fire, and they basically start playing this baddie game or whatever, where they ask each other questions or whatever from these cards. And so the first question was, have you ever effed one of your friend's man? And Summer decides that she wants to call out Cole Killer and Marissa. Like, what does that have to do with you? You know what I'm saying? Marissa is dating Cole Killer's baby daddy. What does that have to do with you? If Cole Killer is not worrying about her baby daddy, then why are you so invested? Like, this is literally not her first time saying something about her baby daddy. Like, I would have already stole off on her. So Russian Cream has the second question, and it's basically to challenge another player to a 30-second roast battle. And so Summer is like, tag me in or whatever. And from the other side, they're like, okay, we want K-Rican, because they already know K-Rican got that mouthpiece on her, honey. And when I tell you K-Rican ate her down, she ate her down, honey, and left no crumbs. So the next question was, who's your least favorite baddie? And obviously Dolly has some pressure with Cole Killer, so she says that's her least favorite baddie. And then it comes to Rolly's turn to give her least favorite baddie, and everybody thought she was going to say Russian Cream, but she didn't say Russian Cream. She said LCK was actually her least favorite baddie. And I kind of understand where Rolly was coming from, because LCK be flip-flopping like a motherfucker. She really do. But now it's Big Lex turn, and she pretty much listed a whole entire other side of the cast, aside from the one she was sitting with, right? And she also included Scotty. Now, I don't know why she put Scotty in the mix, but it just seems like, to me, Big Lex is so obsessed with Scotty for some reason. They get to arguing, and then Scotty is just like, well, Lex, you're my least favorite baddie. And then she also calls out Dolly and says Dolly is her least favorite baddie as well, because Dolly says she wanted to run it with everybody when they were at the ninja course, whatever. So then we can already see that Summer and somebody is about to get into a really big fight in the next episode. You guys let me know your thoughts below. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. And until next time, I'll catch you in the next one.